Hola clase. Today we're going to talk about the subjunctive. Now, there are three forms in Spanish. There's the indicative, which includes all of the forms that you've learned in your previous years of Spanish, which includes the present, the preterite, the future, the conditional, all kinds of good stuff. There's the imperative, which includes commands, and then there is the subjunctive, which we in the business find to be the hardest one. The reason that this is really important is because the subjunctive is really essential to being able to speak fluently in Spanish. So, what's up subjunctive, some of you might ask? Well, there's a really cool acronym that helps us understand how to set up the subjunctive. The acronym is NUJ. It stands for necessity, uncertainty, desire, emotion, and judgment. An example of a necessity would be it's important that Juan goes to the party. An example of uncertainty could be I don't know if Juan is going to get into college. An example of desire could be I want Juan to get into college. An example of an emotion would be it makes me sad that Juan did not get into college. Or on a more optimistic way of looking at it, it makes me happy that Juan did get into college. So, for judgment, it could be because Juan didn't study enough, he didn't get into college. That is my judgment on the situation. All of these forms set up subjunctive. So with that in mind, we need to think about how we can set up subjunctive and how we would approach conjugating. So, basically, when we conjugate to the subjunctive, we just take the regular present yo form and we add the following endings. For AR, we add es, hemos, en. And for AR, we add as, amos, an. Obviously, this is flip-flop from what we would usually expect, so it's not the hardest thing to remember. So, for example, if I were to want to conjugate hablar, it would be hable. So if I were to conjugate hablar into the subjunctive, it'd be hable, hables, hable, hablemos, hablen. So it's not the hardest conjugation. However, like any other good Spanish form, there are some irregulars. For example, dar. Dar conjugates to de, des, de, den, and demos. And the other forms, such as estar and ir, y, ser, haber, and saber, all also conjugate. Ir goes to vaya, ser goes to sea, haber goes to haya, estar goes to este, and saber goes to sepa. So, an example of something that we would need to conjugate into Spanish could be, it's important that Juan be here, which would conjugate into es importante que Juan está aquí. Actually, that was not the best example. 1 second. Let me find a good, better one. A good example could be I hope you learn things, which would be espero que aprendas cosas. You see, because aprender is a ER-IR verb, the fact that it's changing to AR is what makes it subjunctive conjugation. And also, when you look to why that would be conjugated in subjunctive is because it's a desire. You have the desire that Juan learns things, thus making it subjunctive. So if you go down to the bottom of the PowerPoint, you'll find plenty of practice for our quiz next class. Gracias and have a good day.